All right, Pearlythings. She was on. She did a So Pearly, she did a broadcast with Nick Fuentes, and Nick Fuentes is considered to be a white supremacist, and he was also at one point in time on Alex Jones with Ye.
Okay.
And so Nick Fuentes, he said a lot. I mean, I was trying to find the actual video, but she removed the video.
I think Obsidian has it. I think he did a reaction to the.
I mean, I ended up watching it on this other guy's channel who's like a friend of Pearl's or so. And after watching that, I'm just like, okay, this is the exact same situation that people get confused or mixed up with what they do with Kanye, or same thing they do with Andrew Tate. He has a perspective that people don't agree with. In that entire conversation, I'm just like, this is what people are saying Pearl is racist for? Or even Nick Fuentes himself is racist for? I'm just like, this is insane. No, there's no way. Yes, he has ideologies that he wants to do for just, I guess his people, but that's in general what races, or I guess particular cultures do in general. So his whole thing was, because he's a young man, I think he was 18 because he was involved in the what's that, the January 6th riot at the Capitol. Yeah, but he wasn't he didn't go until like the next day of when it happened, and so they're painting him as a white nationalist. That's why they have him banned everywhere. He's like on a no-fly. I'm just like, bro, they are basically painting an image of Nick Fuentes that's not true. Yes, he's a white dude, and he has like 25% like Mexican in him. Fuentes, that's a Spanish name, but Spaniards. Yeah, you and your Spaniards. What he's saying is, yes, he's an extremist, but he has no issues with other cultures, and he's thinking about America. He's saying, and by the 21st century, well, we're in the 21st century. Well, 2100, this will all, like, the white population is going to go down. Mm-hmm. And he's basically saying from the I guess the birth of America, when it became in its prominence, it's going to become a completely different country if it changes from 90%, I guess, white, and then everything else, and then it makes 20% white in 70 years or so. That becomes a completely different country. It's literally the exact same thing that happens in, let's say, Poland, which is a white country or so. Mm-hmm. If you have Africans start to inhabit that land, it will become a different country on its foundation, because that's not where it started. That's just that's the only thing he's saying. There's nothing racist about that.
Oh, that was it?
That's it.
Oh, I thought you were setting the foundation for something.
No, I'm painting so you can understand why people are saying that he is a racist.
I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, that's just like saying Malcolm X is racist or MLK was racist because they want the best for their people. It doesn't even make sense. And honestly, I don't know what Pearl likes, but Pearl comes off like she likes niggas anyway.
She likes black dudes, and that's the other thing.
Does she like black dudes?
I don't know that for certain, because I don't know her dating.
She just, I mean, it's just her energy. Yeah, she comes off like I would.
She's from the culture.
Yeah, I would come.
Not from the culture, but she's around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so she had him on the podcast, and I listened to the conversation, and it was actually a really good conversation. A really good.
They've been trying to cancel Pearl.
They've been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since Andrew Tate was on there, and just in general.
I think they were coming at her, or probably looking for something.
Yeah.
And so Nick Fuentes being on there was more just gas to add to the fire. So
I think that people don't like the fact that she is profiting off of black culture.
Yeah.
I think that's what it all is. Culture vulture. That's all it is. She shouldn't be in her position. It's like Vlad TV.
I mean, but she's in that position because men are supporting her.
Right. So the primary base has no problem with it, but Pearl is huge now.
Yeah, she's big.
Yeah, that's where she's gotten too big for her britches. Now her content is leaking into the other ecospheres, and that's where you start getting this. Why is this white woman in this place on our platform? That's basically what people are saying.
So then they just call her racist.
Yeah. Well, also she said some pretty suspect things.
I don't think she did.
She said some cringy things.
Now, were they cringy based upon just listening to it, or but we understand Pearl. She seems pretty honest.
She's pretty straightforward.
She's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think that I only saw clips. I didn't see the full.
I saw the entire.
I haven't
thing.
seen anything.
I only saw.
So you got context.
He has context.
Okay.
But even I mean, she said it, but I haven't had an opportunity to really evaluate it. But she basically said she was talking about her blacks. Or no, she said her Africans.
Yeah.
She was talking about, I guess, trying to the backstory was she's having trouble getting her African crew passports. That's
Okay.
like the backstory. I don't know if she mentioned that in the actual interview. Okay. So she just said my Africans.
The
You
reason
think
why
that's-
she said
you
my
think that's
Africans.
suspect, Chris?
She said my Africans because they were talking about difference of how the cultures are, and this is the reason why they were talking about also time. We can be honest.
Yeah. What do you call them?
No, they're Africans. That's what they are.
Right.
I mean, that's what they are. But they were talking about time in this particular instance. She was saying he was saying he's Italian, and he's always late. He was
Okay.
he's always late. I'm Italian. I'm always late. Everywhere, whatever, and he was just saying I thought I was going to be 10 minutes late here, and then it was basically a tongue-in-cheek joke where because her dude is her producer, whatever, Blessing is a black dude, but he's always late, and that was a joke that you can tell that they were all laughing about in the studio. And let's be honest, we make jokes about.
Bro, black people are always late.
Exactly.
We're on color people's time.
And that's
CP time.
it was the exact same context of that.
They're just trying
to find. I'm just bro, when you're in your circle and you're comfortable talking with people, you say things in general. It's not think about what Pearl is doing. She has Auntie Jenny, has her own channel, 40,000 plus subscribers.
Really?
Yeah.
Auntie, she blown up.
She doing her thing. She
because of Pearl.
She put her on.
Yep.
Then she has King Riches, which I didn't.
He had his own podcast.
He had his own channel first, but he got more exposure once he linked up with Pearl.
Sure.
And I wasn't really rocking with him at first until I started listening to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was I feel like he's a little aggressive to a lot of people, but he does it in a way that's kind of acceptable. So.
Yeah.
Actually, I like a lot of King Rich's content now that, that I got a good understanding of who he is. But she's putting on mostly black people, giving them platforms to expose themselves and get more, light onto what they're doing.
Black women also. She has a lot of black men and women.
Her staff, people that she employs, predominantly black people. And you're going to call this person racist? What about some of the black audiences that hire people? How many of people that work with them and their staff are black?
That's why I like Fresh and Fit, man. I mean, let me be careful when I say that.
Right,
I mean, to a certain degree, but their whole staff is black, or melanated,
people of color,
right?
Melanated. They don't even like black women. So
Another shady thing.
Personal dating preference.
Yeah, but it's just the way that they go.
Yeah, the way
when that video, that was bad.
What they say, Monique or Shaniqua or something like that?
They
did go in.
He was like, I'm not a night rider.
Night riders.
Yeah.
Man, that was.
They did go in. So I understand the pushback from Fresh and Fit, but from the Pearlythings situation, there was a guy that's on her team. Like Sarah or whatever his name is, who's actually worked. He's been in a lot of her videos where he made this video about her.
So he could try to blow up.
The thing is, it's
oh wow,
yeah, it's pretty messed up.
I'm just like,
I mean, it makes sense though.
No, it does not. That's fucked up.
I mean, does she know about it?
She does now. It's on the internet.
Oh, I'm sorry, but he doesn't work for her anymore.
After this whole little spiel of her being racist or whatever. He made like a video talking about the
Oh.
truth about Pearl.
Okay, I understand.
I'm just like, dude, that's the most shadiest, the most disloyal.
I thought it was a joke.
Me, I
Super
get
shady.
pissed when motherfuckers are disloyal.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Because what he should have done is went to Pearl and had a one-on-one conversation because she likes to learn. Like you can tell that's her. She likes to learn. And also she knows she's skating on thin ice, being where she is having the platform she has and the topics she talks about. She knows that.
She's always on ice.
So always. So all you had to do was have a conversation with her. Did he mention having a conversation with her?
No. What he mentioned was like exposing other details of trying to get rid of. I'm just
That's
like
shady.
I'm just like, bro, this is completely disrespectful.
That's disgusting.
And MTR, he did it because he was on her platform a lot. And I like MTR. Are you familiar with MTR?
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, I just got familiar with Melanie King too.
I'm about to say, I think I told you about MTR and you didn't know at the time.
Yeah, I probably didn't know. But he was on her platform and he also made a video like dissing, not necessarily personal.
really diss.
It's not like a personal diss, but saying they had projects or content that they were working on already created, but he said, I'm no longer going to put this out
Because
of that. I'm just like, that's not, you shouldn't do that, man.
You got to understand MTR though, because why should he risk his audience to support Pearl? That's a new relationship. And if he feels like she was in the wrong for whatever reason, which he does, disassociate. That's okay. He didn't diss her.
as long as he doesn't actively go out against her.
He's not going out against her the way this dude that worked for her is.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with saying
Yeah, I'm not-
or giving the reason why you're not going to release content or talk about
I
it.
still think he should have released the content
think-
because it was not racist. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
But
There's literally nothing wrong with anything that she said.
But
in
you,
that time
but you
interview.
understand, and we all understand, based on Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate, we understand what happens when you get associated with certain people. So he's trying to maintain his brand.
Yeah,
He's-
mitigate and not try to,
He's doing damage control.
Not alienate his audience because a lot of his audience disagree.
bro. Okay, when you have a brand and your people are saying, okay, when you have a brand and you're making money from that brand and your people are saying do XYZ, you do XYZ. You don't own that brand. They own the brand. If you stop doing what they want, they leave, you lose your money. So you have to make a choice. And I think that was something I was struggling with because I want to teach people what they need, not what they want. But they don't want what they need. They want what they want. So either I give them what they want or my brand doesn't grow. You know what I'm saying? So it's a delicate balance. I think that just based on his experience with her, as well as Fresh and Fit, and maybe some other content creators and just other things he's seen, he's doing damage control, and I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I can respect that, but I just put myself in that position.
Do
And
you feel different about him now?
MTR? I never really had. His appeal was never anything that I necessarily gravitated towards.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily look at him in a particular way. I mean, he comes off very intelligent, and
He reminds me of you.
of me. I don't know.
He's real goofy.
I mean, he's
light-skinned.
goofy,
Y'all
but
both
he-
be working out. Y'all about the same height.
Oh well, maybe that's why. I don't know, but he's cool. I haven't really.
This is his goofy.
A few of his videos I've watched and I've enjoyed. I don't necessarily mind his situation as much. I just felt that he didn't necessarily need to make a video. I'm sure they talked. He said they talked about
he
it.
had to make.
I mean,
a video.
I understand that, but I wouldn't have done that. I probably would have made a video, but I wouldn't necessarily get rid of the content that I already created, especially if I know what someone said is not wrong at all, and people are just listening to clips and sound bites out of context, and it's like, oh, you're gonna paint this girl who's been consistent throughout her career since the beginning of employing black people and putting black people on. Like, to me, I think that's wrong. They should not be doing that. And because she associated with Nick Fuentes in that interview, they call him racist, which even he says, okay, yeah, I'm racist. But it's more along the lines of everyone is already saying that I'm racist. So what am I going to say that's going to convince you differently?
Right.
So it's more like, you say I'm racist, okay, I'm racist. That's the way
That's that Eminem.
Yeah, that's the way he approaches that situation. So I'm just like, man, you know what? Nick Fuentes, like, whatever they're saying about him is completely wrong. And what they're saying about Pearl is completely wrong as far as like being racist, man. Like I want them to continue to keep putting their stuff out, man.
This man said she has a colonizer mindset or something, like business practices or something. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this is so cringe. Like, what are you talking about? It makes you look bad. And then Auntie, what's her name? Auntie Jenny?
Yeah.
Came back hard. She was pissed.
Yeah.
She was pissed.
She went, don't you mention my name? Don't you say my name? I was just like, okay.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah, she was going in, but I thought the Pearly situation was
It'll blow over.
It was blown way out of proportion, and
It'll blow over.
she hasn't posted any lives since then. You know, because I guess the comment section, you're going to get a lot of trolls.
See, now this is what I was worried about. I thought she was still posting lives because I could have sworn I seen some. But this is what I was worried about. If Pearl bucks, she's going to crumble. She can't buck. She has to keep making content. In the world of content creators, there is no bad publicity. She could take this and move her platform to the next level. If she don't have the right people in her ear, if she hasn't been making lives, that's a bad move.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. I mean, Jenny and Riches, they've been making lives, but she's still posting like videos.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any lives of her lately. So, but yeah, I'm still rocking out with Pearl. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Of course.
I never really rocked with Pearl to begin with, but I'm not about to put her on a stake.
Yeah.
If anybody in our group was gonna put her on a stake, it'd be me, and I wouldn't. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. So keep grinding and doing your thizzle.